about 5 or 6 years ago, my sister, I'm the youngest of 4 girls, and my sister Lauder called me up and she said, Ailey, I've got something to tell you, I want you to sit down. Not a very good start. She said, right, I'm going to tell you something, then I'm going to hang up, and then I'll call you back. Okay. I said, right. And you're going, oh, what is it? She said, Ailey, I've got cancer. And I said, right, okay. So now I'm sitting there and we're crying together. And she said, right, now I'm going to call you back. And I thought, oh gosh, how long is it before she calls me back? Within 2 or 3 minutes she called me back and she said, Ailey, I'm so lucky to have cancer, you know, because they can fix that. She said, my husband, he's got Parkinson's disease. They can't make Ronnie better. Ronnie's got an awful situation. She said, they've given me a good prognosis and I'm going to get better. So I want you to champion for me, and if you hear me talking it down, then just lift my chin up, because I'm lucky to have cancer. They can make me better. I don't have Parkinson's. Wow. Isn't that looking for the good and not getting bitter, but getting better? And she used visualization when she went in for her big operation, and it was a big operation in her bowel. She used visualization, and she said she just imagined that the cancer was black and they were going to cut it out, they were going to drop it in a bucket, they were going to put the lid on it, then they were taking it out of the operating theatre, and from that minute on she was going to be well. And that is how she coped with it. And I said to her, you should actually be a speaker for help groups who've got cancer, because that is such a powerful story. 3 years ago, phone call from Big Sister, Ailey, I want you to sit down. And I thought, we've been here before. And yes, you have cancer again. And this time it was in her liver. She said, but aren't I lucky, Ailey? 20 years ago, liver cancer, they would just have told me to go home and die. But now they can operate on it. Aren't I lucky? And I'm thinking, where does she get this strength from? And all I can say, ladies and gentlemen, she's been through it twice. She's as fit as a fiddle. In fact, she probably knows more about her health and strength than we do, because we're unknown quantities to the health service. She has more checks than I know what to do with. Get better, not bitter. So if there's something in your life, or there's something going on in your business that you have to get over it, then think of my sister. What could be worse than having 2 lots of cancer and dealing with it? So make sure that bitterness isn't holding you back. Interestingly, my sister does have a very strong church background, and the minister had gone to her when she heard that Lauder had cancer, and she said to Lauder, did you ever ask, why me? Our minister's a lady, May. And May said, well actually, Lauder said back to me, well actually no, I've never thought, why me? And May said, oh, I'm really glad you said that, Lauder, because if you had said, why me, I would have had to ask you, who would you rather give it to? So if you're thinking, why me? If some SH1T is going on in your life, who are you going to give it to? It's been given to you because you can deal with it. That's how I look at it. And if you need help, my goodness me, there's so much help in this room, in this wonderful association. And this is what I say to you. I say it in most times that I talk, that I offer this to my people, because sometimes, because I'm working in people's emotions in their personal lives as well as their business lives, I can hit a raw nerve, and I hate to think that I've just upset somebody and not moved them forward. So this is an offer that I give, and it's called my Virtual Conscience Group. If you ever want me to help you by being your virtual conscience, the onus is on you to send me an email and say, Ailey, can you help me with? And you'll tell me what it is. And it has to be very specific. It's not help me get a butler. It's tell me what it is you would like. And then you don't know when I'm going to send you an email, but I will mail you and say, how are you getting on with that? Are you moving forward? I'll maybe give you some tips, but I might just pop up in your email and say, how are you getting on? And then it's up to you. You can call off my Virtual Conscience at any point, but I have had people on my Virtual Conscience group for some time, and it's amazing the things. It's usually because they want to go on and achieve a goal. And I'll tell you about one specific goal that was achieved in a minute. But you might think to myself, good heavens, she does that. How many people has she got on this Virtual Conscience group? Well, it's back to the good old Pareto rule. Some of you would be thinking, that's a good idea, I'll do that. But I know that for a fact, only one or two of you, and in fact maybe in this room, nobody will. But for the people who do, it does seem to make a difference.